Imagine parking your car at the grocery store. You come back 20 minutes later and see a long scratch across the door. Normally, this would mean a trip to the body shop, a few $100s, and hours of lost time. But this time you do nothing, because by the next morning the scratch is gone. The car repaired itself. No tricks, no tools, just science. This is not a fantasy. Self-healing car paint is real. Scientists and car manufacturers have spent years developing materials that can erase damage automatically. These paints respond to heat, light, or pressure to return to their original state. Some can heal within hours, others take minutes, and some don't even need human interaction at all. It might sound like magic, but the technology is based on real physical chemistry. At the heart of it is something called shape memory polymers, smart materials that remember their original form. When scratched or deformed, they use energy from their environment, like heat or UV light, to reshape themselves. Just like memory foam returns to its shape, these coatings do too. But they work on a molecular level. One of the first companies to explore this technology was Nissan. In 2007, the company introduced a product called Scratch Shield. It used a gel-like clear coat that could restore surface-level scratches in a few hours. It didn't work for deep damage, and it needed warm temperatures, but it was a start. Some Infinity models even featured it for a while. And it worked, kind of, just not fast or reliable enough for mass adoption. Since then, things have improved. At the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, researchers developed polymers that can repair themselves when exposed to ultraviolet light. These materials react chemically when hit by specific wavelengths, triggering internal bonds to reform. In simple terms, light hits the surface, molecules realign, and the scratch disappears. No heating, no chemicals, just light. Meanwhile, engineers at Purdue University in Indiana created a new class of plastics with built-in microcapsules. These tiny pockets contain repair chemicals. When a crack or scratch breaks them open, the chemicals flow out and fill the damage. It's inspired by how the human body heals wounds, automatically without external control. The material bleeds and then seals, leaving no trace. Over in South Korea, LG Chem developed a polyurethane-based coating that repairs scratches within 30 minutes when heated to about 140 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot, but not impossible in sunny climates or controlled conditions. Paired with infrared lamps or heat from the sun, this paint layer can fix itself without any user input, and it's surprisingly durable. But it's not just labs. Some of these materials have made it into the real world. Luxury brands like Lexus and Infiniti have tested self-healing clear coats. Consumer electronics like LG phones once featured backs that could erase small scratches over time, and researchers are now pushing this into mass-market automotive applications. Why does this matter? First, it reduces the need for repairs. Minor paint damage is common. In fact, insurance companies estimate that over 80% of cosmetic claims are related to scratches and dents. A coating that repairs itself could lower maintenance costs, extend the life of the paint job, and keep the car looking new for years. Second, it could help prevent rust and structural damage. Scratches don't just look bad. They expose the car's body to moisture, salt, and oxidation. Over time, that leads to corrosion. A self-healing surface closes these gaps before rust can form. It's not just aesthetic. It's practical. Third, it opens the door to a new generation of smart materials. Imagine a car with bumpers that reshape after a minor impact, or dashboards that fix surface wear, or even plastic panels that last the lifetime of the car without fading or cracking. The science is already here. It just needs refining. So what are the limitations? Right now, cost is a major hurdle. These materials are still expensive to produce, and most of them aren't compatible with standard auto painting techniques. They often require precise heat, specialized curing, or UV exposure that body shops don't currently use. Another issue is durability. Some coatings only work a limited number of times. Others take hours or even days to heal fully. And not all damage is fixable. Deep gouges or multi-layer scratches still need human help. No coating today can replace professional repair completely, but the progress is real. Just a decade ago, this was pure speculation. Now it's functional in labs, and within 5 to 10 years, it could be on standard consumer vehicles. In fact, several startups are working with car companies to bring this tech into mainstream production. One company called Toray Industries, based in Japan, has developed films and coatings for both aerospace and automotive clients. Their self-healing polymers respond to light and heat, and they've already demonstrated small-scale success. They're not selling it yet, but the prototypes are promising. Another promising field is nanomaterials. These ultra-small structures behave differently than traditional materials. Some nanocomposites can realign their structure when energy is applied, almost like living tissue. They're still expensive, but the potential is enormous. And then there's 3D printing. In the future, body panels might not be painted at all. They could be printed using colored polymers that include self-healing properties from the start. If a scratch appears, the material fills it in automatically. No paint, no primer, just one smart piece. This is where self-repairing cars are headed. Not just paint, but materials that respond to damage, surfaces that adapt, skins that heal. It's a step toward cars that maintain themselves and eventually drive themselves too. Right now it's still early. You won't find this tech at your local dealership, but make no mistake, the research is accelerating. And the idea that your car can heal itself is no longer a fantasy. It's engineering, it's chemistry, it's coming. So next time you see a scratch on your car, just imagine. In a few years, it might disappear all on its own. No shop, no polish, no problem. This is almost fiction, but it's getting very real.